Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the Manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Incels. Like, you probably still live with your mother. You don't know how to wash your clothes. You probably never made a grocery list on your own, so shut the up.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. If you spend any time in comedy or podcast culture, you know this guy, Akaash Singh, stand-up comedian and co-host of Flagrant, who is getting cooked online because for years he's repeated the same message. He won. He found the unicorn. A good woman, a virgin. He claimed that's what made their bond stronger, that their connection worked better because she saved herself.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this, do you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. And then I was like, that's great. So happy.
Yeah, that's for
sure.
So
relieved.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it felt right. It was like, oh, God brought me this person that like, we already connected and like, she also isn't having sex.
Powerful, right? This is the blueprint. This is the man living the fantasy that so many guys dream of. There's just one problem. His wife couldn't keep her mouth shut. And the story she tells is a little different.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses who could not tell me nothing. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like, sometimes it like literally hurts my heart.
Damn!
Because of wifey, Akash is being cooked by Fresh and Fit and the Manosphere for being a simp jutsu master. However, that's not our focus in this video. The real story is the woman who saw this happening and decided to jump in to defend, not Akash, but his wife.
There is so much drama about like Akaash Singh's wife, whose name is Justine Singh. She has her own podcast. She's doing her thing. From all of these brown men that are clearly incels. Like, you probably still live with your mother. You don't know how to wash your clothes. You probably never made a grocery list on your own, so shut the up. Like, why are you bringing up a woman's past from like 10, 15 years ago? It's probably because you weren't getting laid. Shut the up.
Of course, this is coming from a certified 2, and you know why a freaking 2 can say this with confidence, because in today's market, even a 2 can get laid. So her entire argument is based on the one thing she has easy access to, her punani.
It's not logic.
Her response isn't logic, it's a biological power play. Shut up, incels. But let's ask the real question these simp jutsu masters and 2s are avoiding. If her past didn't matter, then why did she lie about it? Akash built his entire brand on finding a virgin. He thought he won the game, but she wasn't a unicorn. She was a liar. She's not just a 304, she's a fraud. So why is she exposing her past now? Because the sisterhood celebrates this behavior.
Also, like, the standard for brown men in general is so low. It's right there. So like, when they get this hot woman who is Justine Singh, they have so much bad energy in them that they don't know where to put it. Like, oh my gosh, this hot smart woman is talking, we better put her down. Make no mistake, they wouldn't be saying any of that shit if it was a white girl, because white girl, everybody does that shit in college.
Run! Get to the chopper!
What? Did you hear that? Everybody's doing this in college. This is the confession. This is the culture in the West. Hookup culture. And like I've said many times, it's women who created this culture, and it's women who are perpetuating it. That's why they are so comfortable online talking about their rosters and 304 faces. They know all the other women are doing it too. The sisterhood isn't there to hold each other accountable. It's there to normalize degeneracy and shame any man who dares to point it out. They don't want accountability. They want us to shut the F up. And her last point, brown men wouldn't say anything if it was a white woman. Well, here's a clip that didn't age well, but proves her point about the double standard.
What I don't like, what I find corny as fuck, is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. It's just, those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny between, that's just my thing.
Like, Akash is the extreme. Like, Akash only dates brown. Oh, okay.
I
Akash
was-
has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman that
is
was
like
important to
loyal
me.
through and through.
Okay.
And I understand it's not as important for y'all, but as an Indian, there's not a lot of us who are famous. So whether you like it or not, people are looking at you as a role model. You guys have established yourselves as role models. From simps to pimps, which is another motto I find kind of corny, but I looked into what you guys are about. And a lot of this shit is just childish, which is fine if you want to be funny. We just talk about how doctors ain't shit for 45 minutes. We are not in any way life coaching. We are not in any way trying to help men outside of, hey, come have a laugh for a couple hours. If you're going to paint yourself as life coaches and then say shit like, you know what I mean? I just don't really fuck with black girls like that.
Now, this part did not age well because your wife just went public saying she was popping her punani in college. This is why so many Indian men are reacting to this. These are the women they're not only trying to date, but trying to marry. And when a woman openly admits she had a completely different past than what her husband believed, every guy watching starts thinking, if this becomes the standard, why would men commit? Very simple. And when some women leave their home culture and enter the Western dating market, their preferences shift fast. They start aiming for the highest status men in the environment. Chad and because the sisterhood only rewards you for leveling up, not for dating someone they consider average. Now here's a guy explaining exactly why Gen Z men are stepping back from this modern dating climate. We're gonna let him talk for 2 minutes.
But his own wife is on social media and she is talking pretty crazy about her, reminiscing about all the guys that she used to be with in college and other stuff too, and talking about another woman's husband on the podcast and how fine he is to her on the podcast. And the only reason I know this is because Akash went on a podcast with Fresh and Fit, like Myron, and he started talking so much smack to them about like how he respects women, understands women because he's married, right? And of course, Fresh and Fit, they have, in my opinion, terrible stances on women. But still, he took this high road, I'm on this high horse because he is married. And then he went on other podcasts saying how like his wife told him that he's her first and then vice versa. Basically, they're each other's first. Well, Myron on his next video, on his next podcast, pulled up that and then pulled up clips of the wife going online on podcasts and videos and talking about how she's reminiscent about all the crazy shenanigans she used to get up in college and how she reminiscent about men she used to be with. And then again, the infamous podcast clip of her talking to this lady about her own husband and how good he looks and how attractive he is and how, very disrespectful stuff. And Akash is not gonna survive this. Every video that he puts out now, the comment section is bathed in people telling him to leave her, or at least talk to her. I'm not one to get into that relationship, but what I'm gonna say is that, for one, it's obvious she lied to you. If you were being honest about that and serious, it's obvious that she lied to you. So whatever, that you take that as the way you want to take it. But at the end of the day, she should not be, in my opinion, definitely talking like that on podcasts and social media and all that stuff, because it's extremely disrespectful to her husband. That's the way I would take it. But I mean, I don't know if he'll survive this or not. We'll see.
And what's wild about this is that this level of public embarrassment wasn't possible 25 years ago. Stuff like this happened, sure, but only your inner circle knew. Today, one TikTok, one podcast clip, and a guy can get roasted forever for dating someone whose past becomes a punchline online. The process of becoming a man is trial and error. Simpjutsu is built into the upbringing we were given. Most guys were taught the wrong strategies for dealing with women. So what would a modern mentor tell you to do in today's climate? We're dropping a full deep dive on that soon. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.